In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on December 20th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Detroit Red Wings versus Winnipeg Jets. In a highly anticipated matchup, the Detroit Red Wings are set to hit the road to face off against the Winnipeg Jets at the Canada Life Centre. As the teams gear up for this clash, the Red Wings boast a season record of 15-1-4, while the Jets come in with an impressive 18-9-3 record. It's worth noting that these two teams crossed paths once before this season, resulting in a victory for the Winnipeg Jets. The recent performance of the Detroit Red Wings has been a mixed bag, with their last game ending in a 4-3 loss to Anaheim. Despite falling behind by 4 goals early on, the Red Wings displayed resilience by notching 3 goals to make a compelling comeback. In this game, Detroit outshot Anaheim 32-22 and managed a 2-7 conversion rate on the power play. However, their struggles are evident in the fact that their lone win in the last 7 games was against St. Louis, with defeats suffered against Philadelphia, Carolina, Dallas, Ottawa, and San Jose. Currently, Detroit is averaging 3.55 goals per game while allowing 3.19 goals against. Key player Alex DeBrincat leads the team with 15 goals, 13 assists, and 101 shots on goal. The anticipated starting goalie for Detroit is James Reimer, sporting a 2-4-2 record, a 2.61 goals against average, and a .908 save percentage. On the flip side, the Winnipeg Jets enter the contest with an 18-9-3 record, having recently suffered a 3-2 overtime loss to Montreal. Despite trailing 2-0 in the second period, the Jets managed to level the game before ultimately falling in overtime. Winnipeg outshot Montreal 32-25 but struggled on the power play, going 0-2. Prior to this defeat, the Jets had an impressive run, winning 6 of their previous 7 games against formidable opponents like Colorado, Los Angeles, Anaheim, Carolina, and Chicago, currently averaging 3.3 goals per game and allowing 2.6 goals against. The Jets showcased their offensive prowess led by Mark Sheffield, who boasts 11 goals, 22 assists, and 75 shots on goal. The projected starting goalie for Winnipeg is Laurent Brossoit, holding a 3-3-1 record, a 2.57 goals against average, and a .909 save percentage. In head-to-head statistics, the Jets have historically dominated the Red Wings, holding a 7-3-0 record in their last 10 matchups. This includes their recent victory in the only meeting between the two teams this season. Over the last 10 encounters, Detroit has averaged 2.5 goals per game, while Winnipeg has surged ahead with an impressive 3.6 goals per game. Winnipeg's defensive capabilities are evident in their 6th place ranking for goals against per game and 7th place ranking for shots against per game. Riding the momentum of 6 wins in their last 8 games, the Jets seem to be in top form, while Detroit faces a challenging stretch with 3 consecutive losses and 6 defeats in their last 7 games. Considering the recent struggles of the Detroit Red Wings and their injury concerns, coupled with the consistent and solid performance of the Winnipeg Jets, particularly on home ice, it's difficult to back the Red Wings at this point. Therefore, our full game side pick leans towards the Winnipeg Jets money line. Delving deeper into the analysis, Detroit's recent woes, coupled with their offensive struggles and injury-riddled lineup, make it a challenging scenario for them against the defensively sound Winnipeg Jets. Despite coming off a loss to Montreal, the Jets have been one of the hottest teams in the NHL over the last 2 weeks, with Winnipeg allowing only 2.6 goals against per game and facing a Detroit team that has managed just 4 goals in their last 3 games. The conditions are ripe for a defensive battle. Hence, our full game total pick leans towards under the projected total. New York Islanders versus Washington Capitals. In the forthcoming clash between the New York Islanders and the Washington Capitals, the Islanders find themselves somewhat underrated within the competitive Metropolitan Division. Following a notable triumph on Tuesday night, they have firmly established their position among the division's elite teams. Possessing a deep and talented roster, the Islanders are emerging as a dark horse contender in the league, making them a team to watch as the new year approaches. Their opponents, the Washington Capitals, have experienced a season filled with ups and downs, resembling a roller coaster ride. In the midst of a tight divisional race, securing 2 points against a division rival like the Islanders could prove pivotal for this veteran-heavy Capitals roster, which continues to evolve and improve as the season progresses. The Islanders enter this matchup on weary legs after their recent bout against the Edmonton Oilers on Tuesday night. Their Saturday encounter with the Montreal Canadiens ended in a 5-3 defeat, showcasing an average of 3.1 goals per game for the Islanders, while their defense is conceding an average of 3.23 goals. Despite their offensive ranking at 17th and defensive ranking at 20th in the league, key players like Matthew Barzal and Noah Dobson have been instrumental in contributing to the team's performance. The Capitals, fresh from a shootout victory against the Carolina Hurricanes, have an average goal production of 2.39 per game, while their defense concedes 2.79 goals on average. Heading into this game, the Capitals' defense faces a crucial test against a formidable Islanders team. With Tom Wilson leading the offensive charge with 10 goals and 8 assists this season, the Capitals are poised for an intriguing matchup. Despite the Islanders being on the second night of a back-to-back, they are currently in peak form. On the other hand, the Capitals struggle to maintain consistent offensive output, having scored 2 or fewer goals in 4 of their last 8 games. Typically favoring the home team in a pick'em scenario, the Islanders' superior form makes them the preferred choice, and thus, the New York Islanders' money line is our full-game side pick. The Capitals, buoyed by a strong defensive lineup, are expected to control the game from the onset. The Islanders, led by players like Noah Dobson and Alexander Romanov, are likely to limit the Capitals' offensive opportunities, creating turnovers and reducing shots on goal. The defensive battle is anticipated to feature prominently, with both goaltenders, Semyon Varlamov for the Islanders and Darcy Kuemper for the Capitals, making crucial saves. While both teams have witnessed stellar goaltending performances throughout the year, the over-under set at 5. The 5th of may appear low given the offensive talent on display. However, recent head-to-head meetings in Washington have averaged just 5 goals. Despite the Islanders' recent trend of hitting the over in 8 of their past 10 games overall, their matchups against Washington in 2023 have seen only 12 goals. Conversely, the Capitals, with a 6-4 under record in their last 10 games, have been allowing just 2 goals per game. In this anticipated clash, goaltenders are expected to shine, reinforcing the likelihood of a low-scoring encounter, affirming the under as our full-game total pick. Seattle Kraken versus Los Angeles Kings. Tonight's highly anticipated matchup at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California, will witness the Los Angeles Kings playing host to the Seattle Kraken. Positioned at 12th in the competitive Western Conference, the Kraken bring a record of 10-14-9 into this clash, while the Kings, boasting an impressive record of 18-6-4, currently hold the 3rd spot in the Western Conference standings. It's worth noting that the Kraken managed to secure victories in 3 out of 4 encounters against the Kings during the previous season. Recently, the Kraken find themselves in a bit of a slump, having lost 2 consecutive games, both of which extended into overtime. In their latest nail-biter against the Dallas Stars, the Kraken succumbed to a 4-3 defeat in overtime, underlining their struggle to find consistency. Averaging 2.69 goals per game while conceding 3.18, the Kraken's offense currently ranks 28th in the league. Star player Oliver Bjorkstrand has been a standout performer with 10 goals and 16 assists this season, but the team faces the challenge of reviving their offense. In contrast, the Kings come into this game with confidence, having recently bested the Kraken 3-2 in a shootout. Trevor Moore's notable performance, contributing a goal and 7 shots on goal, played a pivotal role in their success. The Kings boast an offensive average of 3.56 goals per game, showcasing their scoring prowess, while their defense, allowing only 2.41 goals per game, ranks as the best in the league. Ans Kopitar's stellar season, featuring 12 goals and 15 assists, has been a driving force behind the Kings' success, placing them comfortably in the third spot in the Western Conference with 40 points. Despite the Kings being on the tail end of a back-to-back, their superior form makes them the more reliable team. On the other hand, the Seattle Kraken grapple with consistency issues, evident in their 4-6-6 road record. While the Kings may exhibit some fatigue from the back-to-back games, Seattle's injury concerns may hinder their chances of overcoming the Kings' prowess. Thus, the Los Angeles Kings money line emerges as our favored full-game side pick. Examining recent trends, both teams have displayed a preference for lower-scoring games. In the last 9 games for the Kings, 7 witnessed 5 or fewer goals, aligning with the Kraken's trend of 5 or fewer goals in 5 of their last 9 games. The team's head-to-head history also supports this narrative, with 5 goals being the common denominator in 4 of their last 5 meetings. Cam Talbot's exceptional performance this season, positioning him as a Vezina Trophy contender, adds another layer to the Kraken's offensive struggles. Seattle, ranked 5th worst in the NHL for goals per game, faces a daunting task against Talbot and the formidable Kings defense. Considering the Kings' recent goal-scoring challenges and the Kraken's inability to light up the scoreboard, this game is poised to be a lower-scoring affair. In light of this, under the projected total stands firm as our full-game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.